Up game 2 last night, the comeback of the night. Anthony Edwards, he really is Ant-Man. He really is a Marvel character. 9 days after he looked like his season was over, he was back and better than ever, going up against Wemby and company. Pick it up in the fourth quarter, tied at 75. Edwards.
Look at this. It's like an inch he got over the hands of Wilbon.
So it was 9 feet and 1 inch off the ground. The Wolves up by 2. Couple minutes later, Spurs are up by 1. Watch Wemby. Oh, get it out of there. That was his 11th block of the game, which is a playoff record. The other way we go. De'Aaron Fox finishes at the rim. Spurs up by 3, but look at Wembanyama. Unbelievable inside. Now we go to the fourth, tied at 84, and it's Edwards blowing by Keldon Johnson.
I said it last night. The Timberwolves play bully basketball down the stretch with their size and physicality.
Oh, and he's letting him hear it, too. He's letting him hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Ant-Man's letting him hear it. Wolves up 4. Here we go. 5 minutes to go. Wolves up by 6. Wemby. I'm sorry to lose control. That's Mike Conley. Mike Conley, still in the NBA. Tell him, old man. Wolves up 9. Under a minute left. Watch this. Watch this, Michael.
This was fabulous. You thought he was going to shoot a short bank shot. No.
He didn't do anything short.
Bank shot.
Spurs down 4. 34 seconds left. Wolves inbounding up 4. Can't do this.
Turnover.
We turn it over. Dylan Harper for the dunk. It's a 2-point game. And so here's your ball game. 12 seconds left. Wolves up 2, looking for a dagger. Julius Randle, no good. Rebound San Antonio. Timeout. No, they won't. Here we go.
Play it.
Champagny, does he pop the court?
Fly by. Thought it was in.
Great shot.
No good.
Look,
Great
in
shot.
rhythm.
Champagny was flat.
Champagny with a chance to be the hero.
Not Champagne.
But it comes up just
Their best three-point shooter.
that
Great.
much.
Got the look.
Off. Wolves survive. They take an unimaginable 1-0 lead in this series with Anthony Edwards coming back. Yesterday morning, the Spurs were minus 1,200 at DraftKings Sportsbook to win this series. Once it was announced that Anthony Edwards was playing, and now the Wolves have won Game 1, look at how these numbers have moved. The Spurs are only minus 190 now. Let me start with the win man, because I was reading your notes this morning. What are the right things to say about Anthony Edwards making it back this fast and playing that well?
First off, the words that came out of the Wolves locker room last night, players being so admiring of Ant fighting through that knee situation to join them in this fight. I mean, Mike Conley said it was heroic. And he's a guy who one time came back from a broken face to play in the playoffs. And so he knows what this is. So to give them that lift is so important. But the mental toughness of the Timberwolves in this game, Greeny, is what impressed me so much. Victor Wembanyama blocked 12 shots. 12. There were times when getting in there was like a taxi driver trying to get to LaGuardia during the General Assembly, trying the bridge, trying the tunnel, trying the PQE. They couldn't get it, but they never stopped. They never backed off. They never when a guy went up and got blocked, they immediately went to try to get the ball. And that is what was so impressive. The mental approach of this game is what you're going to need against Victor Wembanyama. I thought it was a defensive masterpiece by him. It was such an incredible chore for the Timberwolves to score, and yet they were able to piece it together and get this victory. What a terrific performance.
I'm the oldest person on this set, but I'm not old enough to have seen Bill Russell play very much. I was like 9 years old and retired. That is what I conjure up from listening to guys when I was growing up marvel and think that Bill Russell was a superhero. That. 12 blocks. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
And on the night, you want to say, okay, you want to concentrate, as people will, on shooting, on offense. And he had, first of all, 8 threes to me was a little bit too much for Wemby to be changed.
For those
That's
who
another
didn't see,
story.
he was 0 for 8 from 3.
15 boards and 12 blocks?
Ridiculous.
I thought last night was the best start to finish playoff game we have seen. And in these series in the postseason, this game. And the fact that Wembanyama, he was so disappointed. You caught a quick glimpse of him, Jay, after the game. And he knew they had, lost a chance at something that he did not want to lose hold of. And so what's next? I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to go to 14? He's going to ratchet it up? But Minnesota's got to make some adjustments. Real quick, I want to give Chris Finch a nod at the way he handled Anthony Edwards. 25 minutes. He got all that out of him in 25 minutes of his first half back. Did not use him up but seemed to get the best imaginable out of him.
I feel like the Spurs put a premium on teams that could play bully basketball, and I don't think people recognize between Nasri, Julius Randle, and then McDaniels. Like, they're 6'9". They're 6'9" guards, and the Spurs don't have guard size like that outside of Castle that got in foul trouble last night. Also, yesterday, Justin Holland is the manager and business partner for Anthony Edwards. I got a text literally during the day. He's like, he's going to go. He's Wolverine. I'm like, oh, my. Like this. Think about when Giannis came back off the hyperextension, had 50 next game.
Yeah.
But Giannis plays north to south. This dude plays east to west. To plant that way with the way Finch has managed him, that 18 points, he had dagger after dagger down the stretch. He deserves a lot of credit in this game with the way he performed.
His mid-range was fantastic. If I can go back to Wembanyama, though, and to use, Wendy's analogy, the GPS, though, continued to send Minnesota into the paint. They still got 52 points in the paint. Think about this. They missed 24 shots in the paint. He blocked 12 of the 24 misses. Half of their misses were because he blocked the shots, but they kept going. They kept going at him. They kept forcing him to make those. And if you've noticed on a lot of those blocks, where does he end up? On the ground. Mm-hmm. He fell a lot, and that wears a big man down. And that could have that and Gobert led to a lot of those offensive misses.
So as we say, this might have been the best game of the playoffs so far. What do you think it foretells for the rest of the series? Minnesota steals home court advantage in game one. We'll see how Anthony Edwards wakes up this morning. You would know far better than I would what to expect from something like that. But if we can assume he's just going to get better as it goes on, what does this mean?
Minnesota's in a great position. And I thought about this last night, if Minnesota has DiVincenzo and Ayo, they're a better team. Now, everybody's been talking about San Antonio winning this year. Greeny, as much as I love San Antonio, and I know it's coming, and Wemby is going to be this marvel for years. I don't have it starting now. Minnesota is fearless. They are fearless. They went into him. They know you can't shy away from him. That, by the way, is the personality of your star. That is the personality of Anthony Edwards, who says, I am coming back. I'm barking at people. I'm in people's faces. Come with me. And they did. And San Antonio is fortunate that they don't have to face DiVincenzo and Ayo in addition to what they saw last night.
You saw him yell, I'm back.
I'm back, yes.
Jordan 94 reminded me a lot of it. I will say this, though. I don't think there'll be a lot of games where Wembanyama will be 0 of 8 from the three-point line.
There he is.
And I think next game will be very different. And I do want to say this because I don't want to hear this morning about Mitch Johnson not calling a timeout.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great you have to trust your players. The only way for your young players to continue to get older is through experience. And trusting them last night for Champagne to have that shot, your best three-point shooter was the right move.
I should have started there.
You know what
Everyone
was
good with
though?
that? Go ahead, Wendy.
There was a little hot potato at the end. They ended up getting a good shot, so I don't care. But Wembanyama had the ball. He threw it to the rookie Dylan Harper. Harper threw it back to Wembanyama. Wembanyama threw it back to Harper. There was a little hot potato there. And when that happened, I know they got a good shot, but when that happened, Mitch Johnson might have considered it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's something we can dive into more as we go. They do wind up getting the look, so it sort of takes a little bit of the steam out of that.